Man, I'm Chris Irby. I was on the last video. I'm pretty sure you seen me. Lime vest, call me Mr. Professional. Now we're here at the trucking school, and I'm finna go over the basics at the back of the cab. Okay? When you first come to the back of your cab, you want to start at the very top and say there's no obstruction and visible damage. You want to start with your DOT tape. Make sure it's present and visible within 25 feet. Then you want to come to your vertical stack. Make sure it's properly mounted and secure, no missing nuts or bolts, and no signs of leaks. If it is a signs of leaks, then there will be black soot. Okay, always remember that. Then you got your Y bar. You want to make sure your Y bar is properly mounted and secure. You want to make sure there's no signs of illegal welds, bent, cracked, or broken. Okay, remember that. That's very important. Next, you got your grab bars. You want to make sure they're properly mounted and secure. You want to make sure there's no signs of missing bolts. And you want to make sure they're healthy and sturdy for when you climb up on your catwalk. And your catwalk, then you want to make sure it's properly mounted and secure. You want to make sure there's no missing nuts or bolts and nothing there that'll cause you to slip, trip, or fall. Okay? Then you're going to go down to your stairs. Make sure they're properly mounted and secure. You're going to make sure that there are no illegal welds and no signs that'll make you slip, trip, or fall. Always remember that, people. In driver's school, you got to remember safety is number one. Okay? Then you're going to come to your dummy hangers. Make sure they're properly mounted and secure. You're going to make sure there's no missing bolts. You're going to go down to your tractor protection valve. You want to make sure it's properly mounted and secure. You want to make sure there's no signs of leaks. And you want to make sure your electrical, emergency wires, and your service wires are all clamped together properly and no loose drag that'll cause you to slip, trip, or fall. Okay? This here, people, is your frame. You want to make sure that's properly mounted and secure. No signs of illegal welds, no signs of fresh damage. Okay? And if you can see here, your cross members, you want to make sure they're properly mounted and secure. You want to make sure there's no missing nuts or bolts. And as I said on the first one, no signs of illegal welds. Because safety is number one. You got your drive shaft. You want to make sure it's properly mounted and secure. You want to make sure there's no signs of illegal welds, no missing nuts or bolts. This right here, people, is your U-joint. You want to make sure it's properly mounted and secure. You want to make sure there's no missing nuts or bolts, not loose or worn. Okay? These right here are your splash guards. You want to make sure they're properly mounted and secure. No missing nuts or bolts, not cracked, bent, or broken. Okay, people? Now we're going to move to our suspension area and the back driver. This right here is your control mount. You want to make sure it's properly mounted and secure. You want to make sure there's no missing nuts or bolts. Okay? Then you got your control arm. You want to make sure that's properly mounted and secure. And you want to make sure it's not cracked, bent, or broken. And has no illegal welds. Okay? Very important, people. This right here, if you can see back here, this is your U-bolt. You want to make sure it's properly mounted and secure. You want to make sure that it has no missing nuts or bolts. Okay? Then we're going to go down to the shock absorber. If you can see it back there, that one right there. You want to make sure it's properly mounted and secure. You want to make sure there's no signs of illegal welds, no signs of leaks, and no signs of anything missing like nuts or bolts. Okay? That there is some important stuff that you need to know about your suspension. And like I said, there'll be another video coming up here shortly. Hopefully it get posted. We can move forward with the process. Again, I'm Christopher Irby, Mr. Professional. As you can see, the green lime. I'm out.
And that's gonna be all for that video for the second day. And tomorrow we'll go over the side of the truck, the drive tires, bleh, been a long day. Drive tires, and then we'll start on the trailer. And then after all that, we'll do a last video of everything together. So yeah, should be interesting.